So you decided you want to escape the skinny fat hell and you want to look somewhat more lean so that you can be proud of your physique, then this is the right video for you. I'm going to guide you through how I went from this on the left side after 9 months all the way to the look on the right side. And it was quite simple, to be fair. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is having a caloric deficit. And while it is quite simple, a lot of people seem to mess that up. So I just decided that I will make a video for you to just guide you through what I've been doing at the very beginning of my journey. And it took me, like I say, 9 months to go from this look all the way to this one here. So I look a little bit better in my opinion. And the only thing I've been doing is going here to calculator.net. That was the actual page that I've been using at the beginning. And then you just either use the US units or the metric units, which in my case, I just use both of them. It doesn't really matter. I'm 5'7". This is like 170 centimeters. And at the beginning, I was weighing 165 pounds approximate. This was like 74.5 kilograms. And this is the part where a lot of people mess up. There's like an activity measurement here on all of those apps that you can calculate your maintenance calories with. And in this case, most people are just really over exaggerating how active they actually are. So basically what they are doing is moderate or even active, and then it spits out like crazy numbers here where they tell you, oh, you can eat 2,400 calories and you will be fine. And you will basically maintain your weight. And if you wanted to lose weight, you go ahead and you eat like 2,200 calories here. And then people wonder why a month or 2 months later, they literally didn't lose a single pound. There's no anything on the weight like going down and the weight is just stagnating. And then they're all frustrated and they give up. So basically, the calculator is giving you a correct number if you would be the individual that is extremely active. But what you are not is extremely active. So basically what you are going to do now is, instead of over exaggerating how active you are, you just go here and you put the sedentary little to no exercise setting. And you just basically tell yourself, you know what, I am someone who sits around all day long. And don't get me wrong, you might be a person that is actually active, right? But what we are going to do here is just getting the actual maintenance number if we would not move all day long. And we are going to calculate our activity level manually later on. I'm going to show you that here in a second. So basically now you have your actual maintenance calories, which is way lower than the 2.4K that they were showing here before. Now it is 2,000 calories because we told the app basically, hey, we are inactive, we are sitting around all day long. So if now we would eat 2,000 calories, but we are actually an active individual to begin with, then now we would already lose weight. That sounds really simple so far, right? So basically now we wouldn't even need to lower the calories of this because we are active already, so we by default would be in a deficit. But if we are now, let's say, really inactive, then what we can do now is just eat the 2,000 calories, and we are going for a walk every single day, let's say for 1 hour. That's like 6,000 steps, which roughly burns like 150 calories. And all of a sudden, you're eating 2,000 calories, but you're moving a tiny bit more and you're already losing weight. And the more you are walking and sticking to this, and the more you are sticking to your actual calorie targets, maybe you're undercutting this by like 100 or 200 calories max, and you're just walking a lot more, then you can go from the left side picture all the way to the right side picture in just about 9 months. That's how long it took me. I was eating 1,700 calories, to be fair, so I undercut this number by like 300 calories, and I've been walking 10,000 steps starting in April. So basically 5 months of my journey I was walking, the other couple months I was just cutting calories, and I've been doing this and I lost 30 pounds, and it was so simple, guys. So basically, if you're following this, this is all you need to keep in mind. Just do not overestimate your activity level, and you should be fine. And in all reality, if you are doing the crazy thing and you're like underestimating how active you are and you're cutting too many calories, that is the other side of the coin. Let's say you have this maintenance number here and you're going to eat only 1.5K, you're not really doing exercises, and you're walking 10,000 steps, then that can backfire quite a lot. Then you will end up looking like me on the left side here. There's the catch. If your caloric deficit is way too high and you are like doing a lot of cardio, but you're not actually weightlifting or doing any form of resistance training and you're building muscle, then you are going to just be skinny. Like you are going from skinny fat too skinny, which is also not great. So this looks really bad, and this in my opinion looks really bad. And if you are doing it in a slow approach and you're just taking the number that you see up here, you're just walking a little bit more, don't overdo it, don't undereat, and then you're doing on top of that some form of resistance training, all of a sudden a couple months later you're going to look like this here on the right side. So undereating on the left side and having a way too high calorie deficit without doing exercises, skinny, and on the right side doing exercises, having a lower calorie deficit, meaning I was eating a lot more and I looked way leaner on the right side. So this is the trick basically. There's no catch, there's just simple math behind all of the weight loss stuff. Most people try to make it extremely complicated, but I don't think it is. You can go from the left side picture to the right side picture in a couple months. Depending on your starting point, obviously it will take you a little bit longer. Like, this is not magic or anything, there's no magic pills, no tricks, no anything. It is just a simple calculation of your calories. Make sure that you are just calculating your calories, that you are eating, like you're tracking stuff for maybe a week or two, and then you know approximate of how many calories you are consuming. Then you cut down 100 to 300 calories off that number, either with the walking or you're just cutting it off the food. Make sure you're doing resistance training, and voila, you can look like this, and even better, like maybe like this. I have some more muscle here in this picture and I'm still building. And whenever you are hitting a point where you look like this, basically, you can be so much more happy with your journey. You're basically now building more muscle. You are going from like skinny fat to somewhat more lean. Instead of just skinny, you keep building muscle. And whenever you lost a lot of weight and you want to basically gain more muscles, then you just do the reverse thing, which now is basically reverse dieting, where you go on a lean bulk. Then you take your maintenance weight number here, minus, or in this case plus, the calories you're burning from walking. Let's say you're walking 10,000 steps, then your maintenance calories now is 2,300. And in order to just gain a lot more muscles, you need to be in a caloric surplus, and you're doing the exact same thing, just reverse basically. And you're now going to eat 2,500 calories, and then you're repeating that process. Like, you are losing weight, then you are gaining more muscle, you are losing more fat, and then you are building more muscle again, you're losing the fat again, and so on and so on. And eventually you're going to end up lean. And that is the reality of how simple it is to actually get in shape. You're just going to repeat the same approach of losing weight by eating a little bit less and walking a little bit more. And then you're gaining more muscle by eating a little bit more and or maybe walking a little bit less. So you get the drill. Just repeat the process, build more muscle on your frame so you don't end up looking like me on the left, and you're gonna be fine. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.